Hi everyone, Dave here from the Photography Toolkit, and today's challenge is the multiple exposure portrait challenge. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find some beautiful colors and backgrounds, like this wall you can see behind me with just these paintings. I'm going to capture some pictures of those. Now I need to do this in RAW format. That's really important because I'm going to combine two pictures in my camera afterwards. The second picture that I need to take is a portrait of somebody, but what I need to do is I need to get a silhouette of that person. So I'm going to turn them to the side, and normally what I could do is I could shoot where I have a bright sky in the background and they're in shadow, so the camera would expose for the sky and they would just be a dark outline. I might not be able to do that today, and sometimes it's pretty hard, so I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use my flash. I've got my flash on a little mini tripod here. I'm going to put the flash behind them and hopefully have a wall, not a colorful wall, just a plain wall. And I'm going to fire the flash against that background and make it really, really bright and expose for that. So then what I'll have is I should have a white wall background, or really bright wall background, and I should have them as just an outline. To fire my flash, what I've got is I'm using the Nikon D850, and I've got this this trigger on the top, and so what it's going to do, that is going to fire my flash. And so I'm going to use that to fire the flash will fire, and then I'll have two images. I'll have, and they're both going to have to be raw files. I'll have some images of these backgrounds, which I'm going to get now, and then I'll have this silhouette, and I'm going to be able to combine them together and make them into an image that has just the part where the silhouette is, the color will come through, but not in the white. So should be a lot of fun. Let's give it a shot. I have created silhouetted portraits before, but those images have always been created by capturing a profile of someone against a bright sky. I wanted to try to do some silhouette portraits wherever I happen to be. So I started by capturing some images of murals that I could use in the background. There are some fantastic spray painted murals around Singapur, so I captured images of these. I tried a variety of compositions, some vertical, some horizontal. I tried some different crops, closer, further. I can't crop the images afterwards, so I needed to have some options. Then I tried using a flash outside to make a silhouette. I was able to make that work. I first tried to shoot my subject against the sky and use a flash behind them, but I determined the best way to get the portrait was to fire the flash against a plain wall at high power and create a silhouette. Now I was ready to try it with strangers. One of the most important things was having some example images that I could show them. Everyone I asked was willing to let me try it out with them. Another thing that was really successful was that I was able to download the photos wirelessly from my camera to my phone and then share the photos with the subjects right away, which was a huge hit. One person even changed his Instagram profile to the image right then and there. Now here comes the apology. I thought I would be able to hold my camera and the video camera, but it was not as easy as I thought. For some portraits, the video I captured was so unusable, I can't even show it. So I'll just share some of the images with you. But I hope you can get an idea of the situation, and maybe I can try this again another time and try to get some better video. Even if you stand right here, you can stand in front here, no problem. Yeah, and I would just, what I'll do is, yeah, you can look at each other like that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, I need to put a light behind you, so that it's really bright. So I will put this light. It'll take a second, but I promise it'll be worth it. Well, maybe not. You'll look out. I don't know if this is worth it. Maybe better. No, it'll be okay. I'll just shoot like this. I'm just going to put this here against the wall like this. Like that. It'll be quite bright. Hopefully that works. Okay. Just a second here, let's take a look. Oh, not bad, better, okay, that's good. Okay, I got the flash behind. I'm gonna take this way as well. A couple more. So I've got the flash behind. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try a little bit darker. Okay, there we go. Let's see what that looks like. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna try this vertical as well. Here we go. Okay, try again. Get the lights there. Okay, so flash behind you. I'm up on a thing here, almost got it. I'm just gonna try it this way as well. Just a sec. Pretty good. A couple more. Really closer. Oop. And then closer. My reflection on the multiple exposure portrait challenge. Actually, the most difficult thing for me was trying to film them, because normally what I do is I have my camera with my phone mounted on top, but in this case I needed to mount the wireless flash commander on top of my camera, which would fire the flash, so I couldn't put my phone there. So sometimes I tried to hold my phone, but to be honest, it wasn't easy, and that was harder. I might have to get a separate tripod or something to hold my phone if I try this, when I try this again. Generally what I found was that the 70 to 200 millimeter lens worked better than the 24 to 70, because what that did was it narrowed down my angle of view for my background. Because sometimes with the 24 to 70, even at 70 millimeters, when the flash fired on the background, some of the edges of that background, the light sort of started to fall off a bit, and so it made it difficult. So the 70 to 200 made it way easier for me to do that. My camera settings, I had my camera on ISO 100, and my camera was in manual mode, so I'm setting both the aperture and the shutter speed. Remember that in this case, the aperture controls the light from the flash. So if I wanted that light to be brighter against the background, I would make my aperture wider, okay? While the shutter speed controls the ambient light, so the light on the person. So if I wanted that to be completely black silhouette, then what I could do is I could use a really fast shutter speed. And if I wanted more ambient light, depending on the light that was around, to be hitting that person, then I'd use a slower shutter speed. So it took a little bit of practice, but it was good fun. It was good learning experience. Everybody enjoyed seeing the pictures, actually, all the people that I took pictures of. It was great because I could take some inside. I didn't have to do everything outside because I was using that flash. But it was great to be able to share them. Everybody liked getting their picture. So a lot of fun, something I'll definitely try again. And I recommend giving it a shot.